bit hard to offer a fair assessment or qualify this, but I'm going to agree with him. I think the 70, coming back from 3-1 down, or 1-3 down, if you come back, you're 1-3 down, however you want to look at it, Skip. 73-19, two-time league MVP. He won the last award, a unanimous, average 30, was a 50, 40, 90 guy, 50% from the field, 40% from the three, and 90% from the free throw line. To overcome that was... And then when you look at what they did last year, Skip, we can't get people to stay in their own homes because they said, I need to go out, I'm depressed. And there are so many others, and you mentioned like the Clippers didn't want to be there, but for him to channel, says, you know what, I just got to be here mentally, and I got to get my team to lock in mentally. And I said this before, Skip, he treated the bubble like I treated college. Hell, I'm here. I might as well get me a degree. LeBron James said, hell, I'm here. I done quarantined all this time. I done left my family. I done left my mom, Savannah, the kids. Hell, I might as well win a title. And that's what he did. He locked in.
A lot of kids go ahead and get degrees.
They went to get a degree. Okay. I went to stay eligible to go to the NFL. I majored in eligibility the first 3 years, and I was like, you know what? I'm on track to get a degree. Let me go to get that thing there, Skip.
Well, how hard was that?
It wasn't that hard at all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Skip, you know, you got to get, it's cold. Sometimes it's cold in the morning, getting up and going to class.
In Savannah, Georgia?
Yeah, it get cold sometimes.
Not
on the college by the sea. But you know what, Skip? I agree. I mean, you know how it is, Skip. And you said before when you was locked in and you didn't know what was going to go on with the show and the quarantine, and you got like, whoo, it's tough. Now imagine being GOAT James and you quarantine. Not only got you stay focused, but you got to try to win a title because people like you, he's never going to get an easier chance. The title was right there for him. It was served up.
Yep, it was.
He got it.
He got it. He did it. But it was the easiest path to the title ever.
Everybody that was in the bubble said it was hard.
How can you try to sell that?
I've heard everybody that was down there, from Rachel Nichols to all of those ones that were in there, says, you've never seen anything like it. You've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, and I don't think Rachel played in any of those games. I might have missed it, but I don't know.
See, there you go, Skip. She said it was tough.
Okay, I got it. And I'm sure it was, because it was a long time. And obviously for the team that won it, it was a really long time.
Yeah, when they got into July all the way to October?
Yeah, but they got treated like kings, so to speak. Yeah,
Skip, you treated like a king in your own home. Okay, well, you get to go and come.
Yeah, okay. I got big issues with both of these because I'm here to make the case that Golden State team was overrated.
Oh, my.
I'm sorry, because look at what happened. LeBron had them on the ropes in 2015, the year before, and he didn't even have Kyrie and Kevin Love, and he had them on the ropes.
Right, and they were better.
They're up 2-1. Game 4 is in LeBron's house, and he spit the bit. I thought this was going to be his greatest achievement because I told you that 3-game stretch going into that was the greatest I've ever seen. He was just carrying that team by himself. Yeah. He was exposing the Warriors because they were in big trouble. And in Game 4, in his house, he shot 7 of 22 and 1 for 4 from 3 and 5 of 10 from the free throw line. And they got blown out by 21, and that was the end of it because the Golden State just took it over from there, thanks mostly to Iguodala coming off the bench into the starting lineup. Okay, so then we fast forward to the next year. And I got to tell you, Steph got exposed in games 4, 5, and 6 because I dare anybody to go look at his numbers from 4, 5, and 6. He had 7 assists to 12 turnovers in those 3 games. Yeah. And the deeper they got, the worse he got because in the fourth quarters of those 3 last games that they lost in a row, he shot 6 of 20 from the floor and 3 of 12 from 3 and never got to the free throw line in any of those 3 fourth quarters. And remember, the last fourth quarter in Game 7 in his house in Oracle, he shot 1 of 6 and 1 of 5 from 3 and had that horrendous behind-the-back turnover. He threw it in the 12th row. Remember that?
We did that.
Okay, you did do a lot of great things, and I give you that. But Kyrie made the shot of shots to finally slam the door on Golden State.
We had to block our blocks.
Okay, and remember, that whole series turned on a suspension I have never, ever seen. In the middle of an NBA Finals, the commissioner and company decided, that guy has to go for a game. And they're up 3-1. We're going to game 5 back at Oracle.
Man, nobody tell Draymond to think he had Radio City Music Hall. He a Rockette and kicked the man like he did.
He also called him the B word so audibly that Kiki Vandeweghe, the Minister of Justice, could hear it in the second row.
And we were cooler heads prevail,
Okay.
so because he turned out to be a good friend.
Have you ever seen a key player on a team that looked like it was bound to win a championship get suspended in the middle of an NBA Finals? They just don't do it.
Hold on. They suspended Amari Stoudemire when he shoved Robert Horry. You remember?
Okay, but he ran out. Which one are you talking about? Was it versus the Spurs?
Yes.
That was in the conference.
Yeah,
final.
they shouldn't have suspended him, and they'd have won.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But this was the NBA Finals.
Skip, the man, you saw the man kick the man like that.
Right. But usually they just fine him.
Skip, he got a history. How many?
Okay. I got it. Okay, but it changed everything because all of a sudden Golden State was already shaky enough without their soul. You know, he's their heart and soul. He's their glue player, right? And then once the momentum switched to LeBron, they could just never quite get it back. And I give LeBron all the credit. But was that hard?
Yeah.
Was that Steph got exposed?
And Draymond,
Steph shrank, played smaller than he is.
And Draymond liked to change everything. LeBron was a baritone, and then for like 2 days, he was a tenor.
All right, he was. I got it. And you're right about that. But I can't give you one of the hardest ever.
Was.
Okay. Now, let's go to last year.
Has it ever been done before? Anybody ever came back in the NBA Finals? Okay.
So
that's
last
number
year,
one.
I promise you, this was the easiest path to a ring ever. It was so easy that the rings are made of cubic zirconia.
You a hater.
I'm sorry.
No, they're not.
Okay, they get Portland in the first round, and Portland is 35-39, and Damian gets hurt mid-series, and it's over. It was so, they should have won game 1, and they blew it. They're up, 7 with 6 minutes to go, and LeBron's dribbling the ball up the court, and I think this game's over, and they blew the lead.
Let me ask you a question, Skip. You never said anything about Boston 86 team when they played Jordan, who was sub 500. Am I correct? Was that team sub 500? Nobody says anything about that. We don't try to diminish that.
Are you comparing Damian Lillard to Michael Jordan?
I'm saying, Skip, all I'm saying, they were both 8 seeds. You told me, Skip, there were some greats that had picked Portland to beat the Lakers.
A couple did.
They did
I'm not
that.
sure they were greats, but whatever.
Oh, Charles Barkley, was he great?
All right, he was a great player, but I don't know about the commentating part. Okay, so now we moved to round 2. And right on schedule with the series tied 1-1 against Houston, Daniel House gets kicked out of the bubble. Kicked out.
Wow.
The guy that Mike D'Antoni just said might be the most improved player in the league, and it turned into one of the better players. He was integral to what they were, who they were. 3-and-D.
Skip, do you realize?
Okay, and they fell apart.
Skip, of the qualified guys, I just want to know, if I'm not mistaken, I think Daniel House was 300th in PER. Is that good?
But he had really come to life. Did you see what he did against Oklahoma City? Had 2 or 3 21-7 kind of games.
Yeah. You pinning your hopes on Daniel House.
Okay, well, then we moved to the Clippers. Obviously, the Clippers were better than the Lakers.
No, they weren't.
The Clippers were looking ahead to the Lakers. That's all they cared about the whole year. And yet, they didn't want to be in the bubble, as you suggest. As my man Jared Dudley said on our podcast after the finals, those boys just didn't want to be in that bubble.
And what LeBron say? Say they ain't got nobody but LeBron but they
Okay, well, that's
for
fine.
talking that bleep.
And guess what? The bleeping odds makers said before the playoffs started, Clippers are the favorites. And Clippers got ahead 15 on Denver in a closeout game, and 19 the next closeout, and 12 the next. And they gagged it because they're looking ahead. And you didn't have to face the Clippers, and you didn't have to face Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. You did not have to face Kevin Durant with Golden State with Steph and Clay because they were both out. It was the cleanest, clearest, nicest super highway to a finals, to a ring you could ever ask for.
Well, we were going to face Kevin Durant and OKC when they were up 3-1 on Golden State. Had it done what he's supposed to have done.
All right. And then you get to game 1 of the finals, and the Miami Heat, the 5th seed in the East, loses its leading playoff scorer in Gordon Dragic, and lose Bam, its heart and soul player, in game 1, and he was never the same after that. And they end up playing 3 rookies high minutes in games 2 through what?
That's what you're able to do. First of all,
3 rookies. I would look up on the court for long stretches. It'd be 3 rookies on the court for the Heat.
That's what you're able to do in the bubble. They made it easier because we just got them. We just took them out in 4. Had we not been in the bubble, because you're in the bubble, you're able to play rookies that length of time. And Tyler Hero could have the second, basically.
You're beating Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson and Kendrick Nunn. That's who's on the floor.
I don't care.
And you're saying it was hard. Really? That's hard? That's
Tyler
like
Hero, superhero, guitar hero.
cakewalk.
Duncan Hines,
It's that
Duncan
cable.
Robinson.
That's who you're playing, Duncan Hines. That's who
We
you're
got
playing.
him.
All right,
It's
enough of this
over.
for right
It
now.
was over.
Listen up, guys. Is it only a matter of time before James Harden heads east? We'll give you the latest.